You can't beat South Park. In this hotel, trying to sleep 2:30 in the morning. Well, close to 2:30. Got my calm me down medication. I got some hand wash and body lotion that I can't steal because hotels are getting smart. Got some high-end body wash, shampoo, and conditioner that I can't steal because hotels are getting smart. It's racist. Y'all knew I was going to come and take y'all stuff. But on a serious note, the reason why I'm here is to do some training for this CDL thing, and at least they're nice enough for them to pay for a hotel instead of me traveling back and forth hour and a half each way. So I'll give them that. But the CDL is not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is understanding. Why do I want to talk about understanding? Well, one, a certain someone gave me a wonderful idea to talk about what's on my mind. So I'm going to talk about what's on my mind. And for the 999th time of saying this, I make these videos because they are therapeutic. So again, I got to talking, and I'm like, maybe I should, make this video. And secondly, the reason why I'm making this video is because people need to understand more. What I mean by that, hold on. So, what I mean by that is that each and every person has a thought or some type of scenario in their head. They want to express how they feel. They will love to talk about what's going on in their head. Sometimes they're able to get their point across, but realistically, most times they're not able to get their thoughts or points across. And the reason why they're unable to get their thoughts or points across is because when they try to express themselves on how they feel, you're going to have a friend, a family member, a significant other, a therapist even, / psychologist, 4 or 5, whatever, or a combination of all the above. When you try to express your feelings to those 4 to 5 people in your life, they tend to interrupt you. And when you get into when you have this momentum, like a train that's going on the tracks, and then all of a sudden you get that one object that derails you. You get derailed because they put their own feelings into the situation, and sometimes their feelings are biased or unrelating to what's going on with you. Sometimes they distract you with something that's going on. They disregard it. There's plenty of reasons why that someone can't get their points or views across. Their thoughts out there in the open. And the human mind is constantly active. We think about 4 to 5 things at once, and then it just turns into a rabbit hole. you know like for example, what would happen if people start flying, flying like Superman. you know how would that play out? Like right now as we speak, what would happen if people start flying? And then your thoughts start to race. One, what's going to happen is that there's going to be new laws that are going to be made where you need to have a flight license and restrictions and all that stuff. And you know um is this an ability that you're born with, or is it an ability that you could teach other people? How can the government profit off of this? And then the rabbit hole continues, and I have thoughts like that. you know and here's another thought. you know what if all these ancient pyramids were genuinely made by aliens, and the reason why dinosaurs were extinct was because aliens sent a massive meteor on Earth to wipe it out? What if dinosaurs thought like humans? Because we weren't around then. So, what if dinosaurs had the mental capacity of humans, and some alien race was like, oh, well, these guys are way too smart. They're trying to, I don't know, develop space travel and head out to outer space, and then have dinosaur children populate the whole entire galaxy. So we got to wipe these guys out. And then and then the aliens terraformed Earth again to make human puppets, so they enslave these people to make pyramids. Then the slaves got smart and rebelled, and now these aliens are hiding, aka known as lizard people. And then we're constantly evolving, constantly making new technology. So what if another meteor decides to try to hit Earth again, wipe out the human species, and then another species will take over? Thoughts like that. That's what goes on in my mind every single day. It's crazy. Sometimes the thoughts I have in my head are extremely dark, and sometimes the thoughts that I have in my head are pretty creative, intuitive. controversial yet bold, and the list can go on. But that's why I come on here to express myself. Each and every single person you see on TikTok, now China Red Note, I guess, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and every single other platform that I probably forgot to mention, the reason why they're doing it is not to express themselves, but to try to entertain you, because they want to get popular, because they want validation in some way, because they want to be recognized and to be immortalized and follow the latest trend to gain your sympathy vote. But I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is putting my thoughts out there, so my thoughts are uninterrupted, because I'm not saying everyone, but I want to safely say most people, when they try to express themselves, when they try to tell people how they feel deep down inside, people will not listen. Like, they will listen. People will say they understand, but they'll never understand. They can only relate. They'll never understand, but they could possibly relate. That's the best that they can do. That's the closest they'll ever get to understanding. Because there's a saying, walk a mile in someone else's shoe, but not everyone has the same size a shoe or foot. So we could try to walk a mile in their shoe, but the best we could do is walk a mile in our own shoes and try to relate by walking a mile the same distance that they did. Because there's been plenty of times where I tried to express myself. I really did. Hey, maybe you need medication. Hey, maybe you need therapy. Open up. Tell me how you feel. I could handle the truth. And the list can go on. And then when you let down that barrier for one moment, swear to God, can't make this shit up. They will use it against you. I promise you. And then they have the nerve to call you crazy. Or the B word, anything. When all they had to do was listen to how you feel. And I have a lot going on, and there's been multiple times where people literally FaceTime me and they want to talk, and they're like, because if you sit back and listen, you can if you just listen, you can see where the other person is coming from. You really can. Because as soon as I post his video, no, people will watch it, and if they have a question, comment, or concern, then they'll leave a comment of some sorts. But if they don't leave a comment, they still watched it. Yeah. So I have people, I have people, message me and saying, "Oh, this is what's going on. That's what's going on," and this is being ruined, and I want to ask them a question, but I don't, because I have literally been there. Because as soon as I throw in a question, it derails them on what they want to say, or it derails them to express or say everything that they intend to say. And as soon as they finish talking, or when it's an indication for me to put my opinion, I wait for them to ask me for said opinion. What also doesn't help is that you, the single body, you're conflicted. You want advice, but you're getting advice from multiple people swaying your decision instead of confronting the people head on. Yeah. So you, the individual person, you have an issue, whether it's with your job, or it's with your boss, or your girlfriend, boyfriend, and then you have someone else that you drag into the mix to give you an opinion, instead of confronting that boss, or confronting that boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or whatever you got going on. So instead of me, instead of me, you know, dragging someone else into my mix, getting Jedi mind tricked by their opinion, I take the issue with myself and make a video, and then go back to the video and hear myself talk to possibly answer my own question. I literally derailed myself just by talking, but see, that's the beauty of it. I talked, no one else interrupted, and it just gives me time to reflect on things. From crazy conspiracy theories to politics, war, racism, uh, dating, traveling, money, careers, current events. It's all in my head, just rapidly going through my head, 5, 6 times of light speed. And I'm just here to process it. Now, here's a caveat of things. It's not just one video. It's a lot of videos that I make. So, if a person says, how could I understand this person and his mindset? How could I listen? You choose one video or one text message, and then you're like, okay, this guy's a douche, or he's crazy, or he's intuitive, or whatever your opinion is. It's cool, it's your opinion. I still won. I still got my voice out there. I said what I had to say. But even though I said what I had to say, did you listen to everything? Did you watch all the videos, or did you choose one video and said, oh, this guy's a Hitler or Trump or Omni-Man? Yeah. Omni-Man. No, Homelander. No, Homelander is he's definitely a weird one. Life itself is an art. In our heads, okay, sorry, I can't speak for everyone. In my head, the pinnacle of art is like art pieces that you'll find in I want to say the early late 17th century to late 19th century art. That's, undisputedly to myself, that's the pinnacle of art. And then I see someone make a stick figure and I'm like, what kind of art is this? Not knowing that this artist made or has a whole entire portfolio of artwork. Instead of looking at his whole entire portfolio, I judge his art talent based off of what I think is a pinnacle of art and not understanding the stick figure artwork, because every artwork has a message. And it's really up to the individual person to want to listen to that said piece of artwork. I hope that makes sense. I bit my lip or my cheek. My mind is like an art. My sick thoughts, my barbaric, my whatever you want to call it. It is a work of art. Possibly it could be studied. Who knows? But I put it out there for people to see. But all I ask in return is to judge the portfolio, not just one picture and/or video. That's all.